kind of comes down to the fact of I'm actually at home. You know, that's going to take a massive. You know, that's going to be a massive. That's going to come down to a massive thing. You know, you know, we do travel the length and breadth of Scotland. You know, we don't play in just a local division. We play in. We're national division. You know, we play at a pretty high level. You know. Oh god. Bye. No, I mean, like, I want to keep this up. I do enjoy it. I mean, I'm honestly not really doing it to have a career in it and end. You know, if I get a career in YouTube, you know, even if it is like something that's a couple days a week, not a couple days a week, sorry, not a couple days a week, you know, even if it is bringing me in small amounts of revenue, it's still better, you know what I mean? That is a bonus, and I mean, and an honest bonus at that, because, you know, I doubt anybody wants to, like, listen to me ramble on about utterly nothing. You know, I'm not, you know, I'm not that interested, you know, type of person. You know, I'm a pretty basic guy. You know, I've got a couple of odd stories I can, you know, tell. You know, I've had plenty of life experience in my short time on the planet. But I mean, you know, I'm not getting into this to become famous or anything like that. I'm literally just doing this to kind of, you know, outsource my creative thought process. You know, just, you know, I have a relatively creative mind, and I would love to, be it through gaming, be it through vlogging, be it through whatever, you know. You know, I would love to just kind of just sit down and, you know, record and edit stuff together to the point where it, you know, it's just quality content, you know, or at least quality content to what I can achieve on this platform. You know, I mean, I'm not, look, like I'm saying, I'm not trying to, you know, branch out, go start on YouTube and branch out into a career somewhere down the line. I'm honestly just on here to shoot the shit and keep it real, man, because at the end of the day, YouTube has its celebrity. You know, it has its celebrities, it has its big names. You know, it's got all that, you know, in all respects. It would not only be a minor miracle for me to get to that level, but it would also be a complete fluke with the way I'm going to run this channel. You know, I mean, I'm just here, like I said, shooting the shit, enjoying myself, and generally not really caring all that much. Now, at the end of the day, that's probably slightly more, yeah. That's kind of slightly the way I want. I mean, that's not slightly the way I want to run the channel. I just kind of want to run the channel as a guy that's looking for a creative outlet, and the convenience of YouTube as a website, the fact that I can, record just about any sort of content within reason, and I can upload it, and there will be someone out there who is like, yeah, okay, I'll give this a go. That in my head, that to me is a belter. The fact that I can be creative, have a little bit of a personality towards it. Scottish people have a unique accent, as we know. And fuck it. I mean, I might as well be one of the creative people on this website that isn't too particularly bothered about the financial side of things. I've got a really good, I've got a really good business I run as a personal trainer, and I've got a really good business. I've got a really good job with the council that I work for. It's a very rewarding job as a youth worker, basically. And I've got football, what I've put in hours, it's not like I just dumb up my way into this position. I did spend 6 years at probably the most average club in the league that I played in. And then, as I got older and I got more experience, I got offered a position at a bigger and better club. And, obviously I took it, because, why wouldn't you? But, it's, I just... Football's a great creative outlet for... creative outlet, should I say. For, for my... for like a pastime that I was always good at and I always enjoyed. That's a great outlet for that sort of thing. But you can't really pass off a creative that much of a creative personality while playing football. You can pass off a lot, no doubt, but you don't pass off your actual true personality. As I get better and more comfortable at doing what I'm doing right now, you actually get to know the personality of me. Just like any YouTuber, the longer they do it, the more comfortable they get. And at the end of the day, most people watch YouTubers, in my opinion, this is, for the personality, and the content usually comes second. You generally go back to YouTubers because you relate to the personality that they're putting out there. Your personality and their personality, match in a way. I think that's why people have their certain YouTubers that they love to continuously go back to. PewDiePie has a following of people because people love the personality that he's got. Same as KSI, Mini Minter, all those guys. And then you've got the big networks. Rooster Teeth and all they corporate. They've got, they've got the No channel. They've got Let's Play. They've got Screw Attack. They've got Funhouse, what used to be Inside Gaming, obviously. And people go back to these channels and all that not only because the content is good, it's decent, but you know, I think the best one to kind of look at for what I'm trying to get is, you know, it is Let's Play, you know, the Achievement Hunter guys. Because, I mean, if you're honest with yourself, and if anybody does actually watch this, and you know, I'll probably catch quite a lot of flack for saying this, but, you know, for the most part, Achievement Hunter don't edit a lot of their content. They edit footage together, and then cut out very little. The way that they cut out content is by having 5 or 6 different people recording it all at the same time, what allows them to have different perspectives. And if it's an open world game, or a game that you can go off and do your own thing, that allows, if one person's footage, one person's capture is quite boring at a certain point, and while, you know, if there's someone else doing something different, or something, you know, just a little bit more amusing to the eye at least, you know, they cut to that and they stay with them for a bit, and then they'll cut back to someone else, you know. Because, I mean, like, nothing wrong with that. I mean, for all intents and purposes, that is basically what I'm doing. Except for, you know, I just cut my content. You know, instead of it being an hour-long video, I can cut it up into 4 or 5 different bits, and then upload individual slices, basically. But for the most part, I do the same thing, and I do not deny that. But, you know, that is what not Rooster Teeth, that's what Achievement Hunter do. But on the other side of things, you can look at Screw Attack, who upload, you know, it's a different style of video, definitely, but they upload, you know, they upload edited together, produced stuff. And then Funhouse do gameplay and stuff like that. But they cut that, you know, they edit shit out that's not fun. You know, like the shit that is just dead air, basically. You know, you're not gonna get a joke out of it. You're not gonna get, you know, the content isn't worth watching. I mean, there isn't any point in uploading that, because when you think about it, they don't have they don't have everyone playing the game at the one time for the most part. What means there isn't too many, you know, you can't cut to a different perspective. You know, it might be a little bit more interesting than what you start on, you know. What means that their content is definitely shorter, but it's shorter for the reason that, you know, they like the fact, you know, they appeal to an older audience, what might not necessarily have a couple of hours a day to sit down and watch a gameplay. Whereas, you know, their audience, you know, they like to say themselves, you know, they openly admit that the content that they put out is aimed at a higher age group compared to Achievement Hunter. But, you know, that's why their content's maybe 15 minutes instead of 35 to 40 minutes, you know. It's simple things like that, but, you know, it's not all that important. But yeah, I mean, this must be riveting to watch, because it is not fun at all. I do not proclaim that I'm a particular fan of this game, but yeah, I openly disclaimed that from the offset. But you know,